Mm. So if you go with the SPFx 0, yes, these are the key features of SharePoint. Okay, if we go with the MVC or other application, we will we will create separate application in any of the server and we will host it in different server. That web application or that app we will be adding here as a iframe I showed you, right? The same page loading the content from different server or different environment. So in that case we may face like performance issue, those kind of issue. Okay, so here it was it if we create a SPFX page, SharePoint won't treat as a separate tool. SharePoint treat that as a one of the part in that page itself. Okay, it won't treat it's a different thing. We are loading it in our page like that. It is one of the part in the page like that. Likewise, only it will think. Okay, so these questions they can ask in the interview. Okay, why we need to go for SharePoint framework. Okay,
Your
so
voice is breaking, Sriram.
now better.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, okay. So I was saying this question they can ask in interview why we need to go for SPFX. What is the advantage over going with app model or other server object model solution, even client side object code like creating in the content editor per script editor. Why we need to go SPFX over these other things. Okay, for that we need to say these 3 points. Okay, it is runs within the context of the user browser. I mean, it is part of the site itself. Okay, it won't treat as a it is from different server. Okay, and controls and responsive zone. We don't need to work on like showing the page in the mobiles or some other devices. By default it will take care when we go with SPFX, and it will be easy for us to make it compatible with multiple devices. Okay, and the last one, it runs in the user context. Okay, you don't need to pass any credentials and client ID, client secret to generate the tokens, nothing. Directly it will work in the user context. Okay, gives control to life cycle. It's part of React life cycle. What are the options are available like init, render, load? These things we will cover later. Okay, and no underlying. There is nothing like we need to develop only using particular framework. I mean, for using .NET only, we can't go with Java like that. You can develop any framework. React, Angular are the majorly used. React is the primary framework supported by SPFX. Okay, it's not supported. Recommended by Microsoft. Okay, 90% people will be using React for developing SPFX webpack, and few people will use Angular. Okay, Knockout, and there are some other things are there. Those things and all majorly they won't use. So mainly they will use React, then Angular in couple of projects. Okay, Uh, Open source development tools are available. These tools we will see one by one. What is Node, npm? Okay, actually, if we go with Visual Studio, if we go with the .NET, Visual Studio is one of the tools, right? There we will develop the tool, and from there itself we will execute, right? So the same way to write and execute and do build to do all these things in for SPFx, we need these tools: npm, Node, npm, TypeScript. TypeScript is the language. That is something similar to C Sharp. Okay, and Yeoman, Webpack, Gulp. These are the tools or packages to run and execute the solution we need. We will see one by one how to configure all those things. Okay. Uh, this can be added in both this modern page and classic in both modern page and classic page. In both the pages we can add. Okay. App catalog. So control can decide who can view the report in the app catalog of the site. So in which page we can add all those things. So we saw that app catalog site, right? There only we will be adding that SPPKG files. So that is the one thing. Okay. So key feature, it runs in same SP context, same SharePoint context, not in iframe. Easy to make it support for multiple devices. Multiple devices runs in user context. Improves performance. These are the key features we need to highlight when we ask what is the advantage if we go with the SPFX. Apart from that, they get all right, like using the open source tool and some other what are the options they have mentioned in the we can add in both classic and modern pages. Okay, everything we can say. Okay. This is something like uh, three options available in the SPF, I mean SharePoint. Okay, script editor report, as we saw in the beginning, we try to implement, right. So we will be adding the script editor report in the
Yeah.
page. From there, we can directly add the script. Okay, so only disadvantage here is that. Uh, Code is sharp. We can't predict it may it may lead to like SharePoint side down or performance may get impacted. Those kind of disadvantage there, but it is like easy to do thing. Okay, simple thing. We can add a web part and a write script. Okay, it is easy way of doing customization in SharePoint. Okay, app part is the one we discussed recently. Okay, here advantage the whatever we discussed in the top part, it in the first script editor it won't be there because it is added in the different server. It is hosted in the different server. We are going to add that page in the SharePoint only. Okay, if there is any issues, we can delete that iframe and we can make SharePoint we can make it work. Okay. But only thing is like even if we are adding it in a iframe, performance may get impacted for sometimes. Okay, that's the problem in app part. Okay, SPFx, whatever we discussed, okay, we can develop using any framework like React or um, Angular. So whatever discussed, we discussed. These are the advantages over the script editor and app part. Okay, and Microsoft also recommending to go with the SPFX parts. That's why they have removed all like directly including script. So they have avoided to include any script in the SharePoint directly. If you want to include any script or any content CSS, whatever it is, you need to. There is only one option, SPFX web part only. There is one more option, Power Platform. Okay, you can design using Power App and you can host. That's one of the option. If you need to customize through code, only SPFX is the only option right now. Okay. Any doubt till now?
No, Sriram.
Okay. And to for the see you can map here. Okay, there are tools like Node, npm, gulp, typescript, yeoman. Okay, these are the tools we will be using in SharePoint to create and build the application. Okay, you can see Node is something similar to IIS, IIS, you know, right? Internet server. Okay, it's a web server to receive the client request and provide the response. Okay, it's something similar to the Node is something similar to IIS server. Okay, it's like base for everything. Okay, NPM is package manager for Node. Okay, we saw Nugget, right? Nugget is the package manager for .NET application. If you need to add any DLS, you will right click and select the node packages. From there, you will search and add. Right? Same way, we will use npm commands to install any packages uh, in the application we are developing. Okay, ms build, so it's inbuilt tool in the Visual Studio. It will help to run the code. Okay, same way here we will be having gulp command. Okay, major major tools to create and execute SPFX tools. Sorry, SPFX is application. Node. Node is the primary. Okay, first we need to install Node only. Okay, Node. You know, it is something similar to web server. Okay. So if we run by default, if we run any Visual Studio application, it runs in the local host, right? Same way, if we run any application created from Node, so for that application, it will give the local host URL and it will run. It serves as a something similar to IIS. That is the main purpose. Okay, uh, when you install Node. automatically with this npm also install. Okay, npm is package manager for node. Okay, using npm only we can do adding any packages, even this gulp yeoman and all. If we need to install using npm only, we will be installing that. We will see in the later part how how the that commands and all will be there. Okay. Next, to build the application, gulp is the one we need. Okay, to build application. Okay, Vivo is something similar to templates. Okay, so Vivo means we will say human. Yesterday we created MEC application. Okay, by default, if we create a MEC application, it came up with some template, right? So in the home page, it is it comes like welcome username, and below to that some default content. With that only they are creating the particular MEC application, right? Same way, if we create SPFx report or extension, whatever application you create. Uh, it it provides the template to create that application, even webport or whatever, for teams or some other any functionality. If you want to create the application, it provides the template to create. Okay, from there we can continue our task. The Vivo is to provide the templates. Okay, and TypeScript is the language we see, right? It's something similar to, it's an object-oriented language. Um, TypeScript we can say C sharp, TypeScript, JavaScript. And TypeScript sometimes it looks like similar to JavaScript, but it is not that case. Okay, TypeScript is fully object oriented. Object oriented in the sense we saw on the first day, right? Something we'll be having class. We need to create object interface and predefined set of methods and
Yeah.
all will be there. Yes. So everything we need to follow in the TypeScript as well. Okay. But for JavaScript, we don't need to follow anything. We can directly call any method. We can declare any method. It's not type safe, but TypeScript is type safe. So whatever the variable we are giving, we need to give the exact return type, like whether it is string or integer. Everything we need to provide clearly in the TypeScript. Okay. If you are familiar with C sharp means, it won't be a big issue for you because already you are following that strongly typed uh, that object model, so it will be easy for you to pick up. So sometimes, so front end developers was facing the issue. So whenever front end developers was coming from JavaScript to Angular or React, they face the issue when starting. Okay, they are not aware of the this object oriented model and all. Okay, so first they faced issue. Now everything, it is it became familiar for them as well. Okay, even for you. So when starting it, there may be some issues in writing the it's not issue, some difficulty in writing the TypeScript. Okay, if you continuously start writing it, it will become routine and you won't face that difficulty. Okay. And so whatever we discussed now, they have given Node is open source JavaScript runtime. Okay, is to build and run the application which is equivalent to .NET. Latest long term. Okay, and there are for Node there are multiple versions are there. We need to install the supported version for SPFx. Okay, npm, as I said, package manager for Node. Uh, to install any packages for the particular application, we need to install through npm command only. Okay, gulp, as I said, it's to build and run the application. All the build and run the application package for all the activities we need to do using gulp command only. Okay, human is something like it provides the template. Okay, to create if you want to create web part, it will provide a web part template. If you create extension, it will provide extension template. Likewise, whichever option you are choosing, it based on that it will provide the template. Okay, TypeScript is the language. Visual Studio Code is the one. It's a development tool. It's a open source. Okay, you can also hope you downloaded and install. Have you installed Visual Studio Code?
Yes.
Hello. Okay, fine, great. Okay, yes, it's something similar to Visual Studio only. Okay, it's a open source tool provided by Microsoft. Okay, that's it about introduction of SPFX. Okay, and till now, you have any doubt? Okay, these are the major tools: Node, npm, gulp, TypeScript, and Yeoman. They can ask questions. What is the purpose of Yeoman, gulp, npm, Node, like that? Okay, you have any doubt in this?
No.
Oh, okay. And let me check what is the version of the Node installed in the machine. If you install Node.js, you will have something similar to this Node.js command prompt. From there only we need to execute all the scripts.
I haven't installed that. I'll install.
Okay, you install even I2. Okay, now currently it is 10.18.0. So you install 10.19.0. Okay, Node 10.19.0. Okay, this is supported version for SPFX. Windows 60. Or you can check supported version. Node version for SPFX. Okay. SPFX they have version, and Node.js they have version, npm version. Okay, you don't consider npm. Node.js and SPFX version you may familiar with it. SPFX they'll be releasing its version quite frequently. Okay, I told right you follow Microsoft in Twitter or LinkedIn. They will be updating their what is the recent SPFX release and its release date. What are the key features available in each SPFX framework they are releasing. Okay, you be familiar with it. Okay, questions can come from there also, and even it will be helpful for you as well when you start developing the application. If you know the features, you can directly start using that particular SPFX version. Okay. Node.js. Okay, V16.13 supported for SPFx latest version. Will go with V16.13. No, this is not this. When it published. Okay, let me go with this 10.19, which is okay. This is the version we are currently using. Okay, even when you are developing any SPFX report, you check with your team what they are using. Okay, if you are using the same version, means it won't break in the later, because for this version you may use some particular package. That package might not be available for the next version. Okay, these kind of issues can occur if everyone uses the different node version. Okay, so make sure you are using same version so whichever version supported by SPFX you can use, but make sure everyone uses the same version of node. Okay, then only in the later point of time, if you are integrating with multiple application, it won't break. Okay, or else there are chances of breaking the application. Windows 64. I ping you this URL. Accept next. Program file Node.js path.
Do we need to install Node.js exe or installer?
Installer. Download the installer and you need to run that installer.
Okay.
Sorry. This installation finished. Give me a minute. I'll come in a minute. Yes, I'm back. Have you installed that?
It's downloading, not at install.
Okay. Okay, installed. Let's see.
I have installed that.
Okay, fine. Okay, then if you go to start and search node, you will have that node command window.
Your voice is breaking.
Oh, sorry. If you go to start and search node, you will find node.js command prompt
Yeah.
window. Okay,
Yes.
you right click and open, run as administrator.
Mm.
You run, opened.
It's open.
Okay, you can see your environment has been set up using Node.js. The version, whatever version we install, it will show at the Node version, and npm also install. Okay, if you again check the Node version, there is a command. So for each application, any of the application, and not only Node, any of the application, if you want to check its version, you type that application name, then give -v. Okay, if you execute node-v, it will execute. It will show what is the version of it. 10.19.0 npm-v 6.13.4. Likewise, okay. If you see, let's see whether gulp version is there. Gulp version is there in my machine. Okay. Why not there? Mm,
For gulp, it is showing me as gulp is not recognized as an
Gulp.
internal or external command.
Yeah, Gulp. So in my machine it is already installed. Okay, that's why it is showing. Okay, for you and all
Okay.
Gulp and not installed, we need to install one by one only. That's why it is showing. Okay, that's expected only. Okay,
Yeah. Mm.
so
We are creating an SPFx solution right now.
yeah, yes. So so we are
Okay.
going one by one. Okay, as I said, we need to set up one by one. First, we have set up a node npf. Then we need to install gulp and yeoman. Okay,
Mm. Yeah.
set up SPFx environment. So first one we have installed node. Uh, said here we are able to check. Okay, next one we need to install gulp. To install gulp, you execute. We'll see one by
npm
one.
install yoga.
npm they have given in single line. We don't need to execute. Okay, for better practice, npm sorry npm install is the command to install any of the component. -g is global. They are referring globally in your machine. You want to install. Okay, that's why they mention -g and tool which you want to install. Okay. First they want let's install gulp. Okay, you run this command npm install -g gulp.
Mm. Aren't we installing Yeoman?
Let's execute that in the next time. Okay, first we will install gulp, then we'll go with Yeoman.
Okay, I'm installing.
Okay.
Okay, install.
Okay, install. Okay. Same way now you can check gulp -v. It will show its version.
Mm. Uh, I can't hear
Well,
you properly.
same way you can check
Okay,
gulp version.
you want
Okay.
me to check the version?
Yes.
Yeah, it is 2.3.4 local version.
Okay. Okay. Now let's install Yeoman. So
Mhm.
in same npm install -g instead of gulp you give yo.
Yeah, installing.
Microsoft template is there. Are you human install?
Yes, I have installed.
Can you check its version?
Uh, it is not coming as version. It is just showing as you.
Same
SharePoint.
error.
Yeah,
Okay, you try to
command
install
trace is not a function.
object of frame entry is not a function like that it is throwing.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Found potential issue on your machines. What happen if we run this? Seems like this install C same error. But we have to install Vivo, then only we can create the solution.
We have installed Vivo, right?
No, anyway, that seems that is not installed properly. That's why we are getting this error, right? Okay. Never so these issues and all won't come when installing the packages. It is strange. Anyway, we have to install. Without this, we can't proceed further. Okay, you uninstall Node version. Okay, today I'll check in my development machine in my current organization what I'm using. From there, I'll ping you in WhatsApp. You install that Node version, then we will try to install. Okay, all the commands. So you know these three commands
Okay.
npm install. Okay, first you
Yeah.
download and install code, the version which I'm telling, or I'll share the link as well. The same way 10.19.0. The version I'll share. You install that node version, uninstall and install the node version. Then you execute the installing gulp and yeoman. After, if you are seeing that yeoman version means you install this one. Install at Microsoft Word Generator. This is the template we will be using to create the SPFx solutions.
Yeah.
Okay, you note it down and
Um,
I'll ping
I'm
you.
already trying to install this command, the
You already
Microsoft General. Yeah, I have
installed.
already run the command. It is installing.
Okay, okay. Anyway, why you not available? That so it will give you same error when you try to create a solution. Okay.